I love that the premise begins with not understanding third grade math. Bro took losing the Iron Man gig really bad. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number until Terrence found him a friend. We are approaching the future of idiocracy much faster than the movie suggested. Terrence Howard has math PTSD from losing the role of War Machine to Don Cheadle.
Yes, that's correct. It's pronounced Don Cheadle.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Terrence is to math what Steven Seagal is to martial arts. This guy needs more drugs or less drugs. His current amount of drugs is not correct. Academy Award for the Dunning-Kruger effect. One of my favorite sayings reflects the Dunning-Kruger effect. When they give you a bachelor's degree, you think you know everything. They give you a master's when you realize you don't know anything. And they give you a PhD when you realize no one else knows anything either. The saddest part of this is that he appears to truly believe this shit. New fear unlocked. Being as insane as Terrence Howard and not recognizing it. Bro had such an open mind that his brain fell out. If a man wearing headphones over his hood and claiming 1 times 1 equals 2 start talking to you, nod, smile, and walk away slowly, bro. Walk away. I wonder if you could convince my bank that 1 times 1 pound equals 2 pounds. Duh, carbon is bisexual. That's why it's so good at dating. One time on Big Drugs, I thought I knew how to time travel. I wrote it down. When I woke up, turns out I had in fact not figured out how to time travel. I honestly believe that TH wrote 1 times 1 on a piece of paper and thought to himself, holy shit, there are 2 1s here. That must mean 1 times 1 equals 2. Listening to Terrence Howard bullshit about science on Joe Rogan is like listening to the laziest student in science class who didn't do the reading assignment last night, but has to give a presentation to the whole class the next day. I've done a total of 2.5 years incarcerated. In my youth, I was in and out of rehabs, psych wards, and halfway houses. I have met so many lunatics that sound exactly like him. He's too far gone. Jesus. Terry opened his third eye. Unfortunately, it's been watching YouTube conspiracy channels on loop. Terry is what stupid people think smart people sound like. As an Uber driver in Chicago, I gave a ride to somebody who said they were a PA working on Empire. I asked what it's like working on a live TV set, and he went off about how weird Terrence Howard was. And they were told not to engage with him because he would go off on tangents about string theory in between takes and waste time. Actually turns off his phone because they are listening on a podcast where millions will be listening. This is what happens when you start consuming the flower of life instead of studying it. Humor has it that Joe Rogan no longer takes DMT. He just talks to Terrence Howard for a few hours instead. He was fired from the MCU because they didn't want him getting all 6 Infinity Stones. Howard.
I was inside my mother's womb.
Rogan.
Okay.
Every point in this interview is like you just scrolled to a random point and are stepping into the middle of the conversation. Terrence Howard made Kat's interview look like a Reading Rainbow episode. Dude got peer-reviewed by one of today's top scientists in his field and concluded that New was throwing shade. I like the pictures. Summed it up pretty well. He literally said the sun defecates planets and Joe sat there and accepted it like it wasn't insane. So if I eat 1 meal 1 time a day, I'm actually eating 2 meals. 6 minutes in and I never want to listen to the Terrence guy again. Jesus Christ.